Welcome back to the channel. uh, Today I have decided to go ahead and play some Wuchang. Uh, Mostly because it looked good, reminded me of Black Myth. But I did a little bit of digging into some of the reviews before buying the game, obviously. And I do this all the time, where if I see something really good, jump in, take a look at the reviews. And I notice mostly negative. Mostly negative. And it got me pondering, got me wondering about what was causing the game to get mostly negative reviews. After all, it looked like Black Myth. And it seemed like it was going to be a pretty solid entry. Uh, so I just did some digging into the company itself. And this is their first title. The only one I could pull up for the company. Now it's published by 505, which 505 has published a lot of games over the years. But the actual developers themselves, and I'm actually pulling them up real fast because I just had them up, and I want to make sure I say their names correctly. Lindsay, Leenzzee, who are the developers of said game. This is their first and so far only entry that I could find. Keep in mind, this company came out in 2016, or I should say, it was established in 2016. And as far as games go, this is the first one. So I looked through the negative reviews, and I was actually shocked to find that the only problem people had was optimization. Now, not everyone had issues with optimization. Some people, they never saw a problem. So after I started the game, started going through the menu and killing off, the master game sound or background game sound, I should say, to not feature any of the music in this video, I did notice that my presets were all high. Now I've got a pretty decent computer, and I'm going to go ahead and just keep it that way. But at high, I shouldn't have any issues. Ultra, I could see it being a problem. I've got a 4070 in my computer, and my CPU is an i9, and it's more than 4 cores. I made sure that when I bought this thing, it had all the bells and whistles that I was looking for. So it should handle this game pretty well. 32 gigabytes of RAM shouldn't be a problem. 12 gigabytes of VRAM shouldn't be an issue. So, however, I really want this game to work out. I love a good story, but if it's not optimized, it means I would have to wait longer for patches and updates, and it's just going to kill the whole experience for me. So, without a further ado, let's hop into it and check out Wuchang. All right, let's see. So far, it looks pretty good. I mean, I wasn't into the Dark Souls vibe for the longest time until probably Elden Ring. And I've played a couple of Dark Souls games, but I just really couldn't get into the whole idea of being basically a masochistic puppet for the game its entirety. But they've really grown on me over the years. Elden Ring was a really good way to get into the series, or into that game type, I should say. And then Black Myth came out, and I just really fell in love with the whole concept. Ooh, funny hat. Actually, I shouldn't be that way. I'm sure there's a cultural reason. Wicked scar on the chest, though. That's it? You just thrust your sword upon thee? Ooh. Graphically, I like it. Oh, two-handed? A little bit quick on the motion. Normally, when you see a heavy weapon like this, you would expect it to feel heavy, but I'm a big fan of heavy weapons that are deceivingly fast. Animations look pretty good too.
Taoist. He must have treasure stashed around here.
I'd say so. Why else would he be coming up here day in and day out?
Okay. Okay, lock on like usual. Okay. Weapon swings feel very nice. Impact feels a little lacking for a weapon this size, but then again, it also swinging it faster than I probably should be able to. Definitely sounds punchy though. Graphically, looks really nice though. Uh, I gotta make sure I see everything first. Yep, nothing down here. Where the hell did you guys come from? It's like they spawned in from underneath my coat.
You're awake at last.
Mm-hmm.
You know me.
Well, that's not quite an answer. More like a expression.
Why am I here?
More
I
rats.
came upon you in a brooklet some days past. You lay passed out due to the feathering. I moved you to the cave to recuperate.
The feathering.
I see. No, you not. A man-eating
Lip
fiend
movement's a
attacked
little
worship's
strange.
rise 6 moons ago, spreading unthinkable horrors, after which many bore feathers on their bodies. A malady unlike any other, without hope of a cure.
Is it
I
like the
found
blood
this
or the
manuscript on your
bird flu?
person. Here, take it.
Okay, so I'm kind of grateful that you didn't really see much of the character while he talked. Because, yeah, that lip movement was a little
You're not
interesting.
from round here, are you? The name's Charlie from Worship's Rise. Don't you dare look down on me just because I'm crippled.
No, I'm looking down on you because you're on the floor.
Finest heroes. But now my brother's burdened with finding medicine to
No one said
cure me.
anything about you being crippled. Oh, I just figured you were weak. I don't know what that has anything to do with you laying on the floor.
How humiliating. So,
Nope.
you're heading to town, aren't you? Could you do me a favor and deliver this to an oracle there?
Oh, sure.
She's hard to miss. She's had this old bracelet for as long as I can remember. She's a bit different. You'll know her when you see her. I don't know if she's still in town, but please check for me.
Feathers look kind of
Go
cool on that
myself,
arm.
but I can't. Not in this pathetic state. If you find her,
Maybe not.
don't tell her I'm stuck at the
Yeah.
Reverend Temple.
Again, cool. The feathers look
Tell
cool
her
on my arm.
I've gone off to make
Not
a
so
name
much
for
his face.
myself. Tell her.
Oh, I see what you mean by crippled. You can't see anymore. I have no idea what that has anything to do with your legs, however, but sure. Still wasn't looking down on you.
Should you have other concerns, pray, speak then. You are experiencing early signs of the feathering. The afflicted slowly lose their memories. If left unchecked and untreated, the disease will rob them of their humanity entirely. It begins in the limbs, sprouting feathers. Then comes the
Oh, good
dislocation of the
lord.
joints, leading finally to a monstrous transformation. Most victims endure unbearable agony. Judging by how you look, you should count yourself lucky. Your memory loss, while troubling, is a far gentler fate. Should you have other concerns, pray, speak then.
Okay.
My Taoist name is Xuanyang, sir. I came here to help.
My
The
civilian name
feathering outbreak in Worship's Rise.
is one I will not speak of online. However, my
I
online
have
persona
little
is Scatterbob.
progress. Should you have other concerns, pray, speak then.
I mean, since we're talking about titles, that would be mine.
This is the Reverend Temple. Those afflicted have sought refuge here. This temple was used by Buddhists.
But
It
you're a
was
Taoist.
after the abbot fled that I took on the role of
Okay.
guardian for the sanctuary.
That
Thanks
makes,
to the officials, we have
I mean, it
barely
makes a
managed
little
to
bit of
keep
sense, I
this place
guess.
secure. You may not be able to recall, but the silk manuscript you were carrying mentions that you have a companion. From what I gathered when I rescued you, it seems you were separated during an attack. That Lu Hongliu is merciless. I dread the worst for your companion. Now that you have contracted this disease and have those blue feathers on your arm, I'll
Well,
easily mistake you for a monster.
I mean, we're
and
only talking about
strike you
memory
down
loss.
on sight.
However,
For now, it is safer to remain
I only got a
in the
little
temple
bit of the symptoms,
and rest.
and it doesn't sound like I've been out
Soldier's
for very
presence.
long. But I could be wrong. Ooh, more interactable characters, too, to be exact. Are there any more things going on down here? Donation. Oh. Well. Yeah, screw it. I got some of the extras. Oh, okay. So there is different weapon types. Spears, one hand, dual, longsword. I'll just stick to the plain Jane, and I'll equip those things later on. Probably after I'm done with the recording. When I start to play this on my own. Just because the premium was on a discount, which was also another reason why I was concerned about the state of this game.
You're awake. You seem to have recuperated well.
However, I
How
did
did you
notice
get through
that
your encounter with
different
that
clothing
demon?
had different armor
Wuchang knew.
values and different armor stats,
I am glad to see you on your feet again.
which on one hand is really
Your
nice.
arm,
I've
the feathers are
never
still
had an
there.
issue with that.
The feathering's a
However,
curse. Even
I'm a
the Taoist doesn't have a
huge
cure for it.
fan of
Skills.
stat fills
Maybe
for
you
my
should check
armors.
out the Shu Sanctum.
So I will wear
There could be
goofy
something there to
equipment
hold back the
pieces
feathering.
just because the armor stats match up with my build type. Okay, He's a mute.
Most people have to be carried out of the Reverend Temple.
Are you also a Taoist inside of this Buddhist temple?
Xuanyangzi may be harsh with his words, but he tends to my eyes every day. Some of the worship's rise folk came here fleeing.
I'm gonna have to look
but
that
they
up
didn't stay
when I'm
long.
done doing this
They
recording.
rushed back out,
How
unaware of
close
how dangerous
or
the
how
world
connected
truly
Taoism is to Buddhism.
I am Tao Qing, just a humble merchant seeking
Oh, you're a
position.
merchant.
I run a small trading
Okay.
business to make ends meet.
No, it
Do
makes
not
sense.
worry,
You're here
rare
at this
goods
Buddhist
don't
temple
take
being
no
ran by
account.
Taoist. Right on.
Smooth to the touch, with a fragrance that's hard to come by. This is no ordinary treasure. Oh, but don't worry, I won't be tempted to take it for myself. This place is no paradise for a merchant.
Okay, man.
I'm thinking
So,
of heading
if
to
you
the
can just
shoe
appraise
sanctum.
items by
I
touch and
hear the
smell, I've got
moonlights are
like several
ancient
shoes in my
there, and
house.
it's a safer bet than this old temple.
If you
I
want
can
to,
tell
I can have you
what
touch the
calls
leather
for
and smell the
if you
soles.
wanna.
And
But
you
for
can
the
just tell me
real
what it's worth.
treasures, I'm afraid I'll need to ask for a little favor in return. Some thieves from
Oh.
Analum stole my family's heir,
Okay.
an ancient landscape painting. Get it back for me, and I'll make it worth your while.
Deal.
You can find Analum by taking the side entrance from the stage at Worship's Rise, then crossing a long bridge. Once you've retrieved the painting, meet me at the shoe sanctum. I'll have a reward waiting for you.
Okay. I noticed that he stays in a pretty good, solid animation loop. Don't know what that bodes for the character design. However, yeah, that's a long sword. Okay. So you got long swords, which are two-handed wielding weapons. But it did look like you could do spears, duels, and one-handed. And I'm assuming one-handed gives you a bit of a different swinging animation, probably faster attack motion, probably not as punchy. Okay. Oh. Okay. I was about to say, does that mean that I could end up essentially losing like my max health by like dropping into certain areas? Oh, they got it broken down in a lotus. Agility, magic, feathering, and strength. That's actually kind of neat. However, it does not let you preset your stats. And it's not very solid either. Like, if you were to give me a rounded character, I would say dropping all my stats down to 3 levels of 8 and maybe a level 7, or making all 4 a nice solid 6 or 5. So it's kind of more pushed towards strength, which tells me that the enemies in the early stages might be a little... Oh, I can't do anything with that. Tells me that the early stage enemies are going to be a bit of a challenge. More brought to your character's level. Oh. Okay. There's disciplines, which look like special abilities or special attacks. Right on. And it looks like you can combo those abilities too. We're learning. We're learning. Offer blood at a shrine to awaken its power. Is this a permanent offer? Also, I didn't see anybody out here. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm assuming this is how you level up. Enter and dream. Having activated there. Okay, fully restores health. Advances the story. However, most enemies you've defeated also are brought back. So these are like your typical shrine or bonfires. Okay. This is how you level up. Got it. Okay. Wait. It said each. Huh. So each weapon has its own tree, it looks like. Unless I read that completely wrong. Ah. I don't have any mercury essence. I got one. Okay. Interesting. This is the warehouse. Probably where you can store items, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay. Well, real quick, let me go withdraw all those beginner or those exclusive items, and then I'm gonna just put them into. Because it looks like this is all. Yeah. I'll just put those right into my warehouse. And like I said, I'll deal with those later. These are all the premium items gear, which looks interesting. Also, I heard a voice from somebody. I'm assuming it's over here, but that sounded awfully close for somebody who's kind of off the beaten path. At least I hope. Unless it was that little kid. Okay. Again, back to the warehouse so I can deposit some of these items that I now have in my possession. Firm, store, store, store. I'll play around with these later, including some of the wardrobe and build my character up a little bit. Okay. Well, obviously, these are probably items for, I'm hoping. Okay, so there's temper, teleport, discipline, benediction, and invoke. That's probably going to be used for like either temper or possibly invoking, maybe benediction. I don't know. I won't know until I've dug further into the game. So far, it's holding up pretty solid on my computer. It's rendering each area graphically without any problems. However, I'm not really deep into it.
Young lady, are you infected first? Feathers start growing on your arms.
Okay, so this is another
Then
person who's
you lose your
infected.
mind. Before long, you turn into a monster that craves human flesh. Lucky for me, Xiang Yanzi brought me to the Reverend Temple. Your symptoms are lighter than mine. It's utter chaos.
Okay. Oh, she gave me a special pill. Also, you might want to get that cough checked. Sounds pretty gnarly.
The old Taoist carry you in yet, Feathers.
2. It's like mine.
I've been stuck here. Heard the priests at the you're still kicking.
More special pills. Actually, what does that do for me? Good question. Continues to restore health over time for a certain duration, causes corruption buildup. What? Heals me, however, corrupts my body. I don't know if I'm okay with that. Okay. Got to see a little stutter there as I was approaching the wider area. Oh, I'm not okay with that. I just got down here. It's already starting to stutter a little bit. Oh, I thought I had to hit that. Fix origin pill. Also, how do I get how do I get to that little girl? You know, the one I just saw? I'm assuming through that door, maybe? Steam Bun. Who are you?
Well, well.
Boatman, huh?
Feeling lost, are we?
Well, hi, Boatman. I am Woolman.
We are both wanderers of fate. No need now. About the power in your left arm. Don't
Okay.
believe me, eh? How about I introduce you to someone worthy?
So you're telling me I have
Don't call me
abilities now
cruel. You
because
know
I'm
how it
infected.
goes. No sweet dreams without crushing a few nightmares first.
Did that man just Bill Cosby me? Oh, it's a training area. Okay. Pressing dodge at the right moment to shimmer and avoid an enemy's move grants 1 stack of Skyborn Might. Skyborn Might increases the potency of spells, discipline skills, and weapon skills. O to dodge. Okay. Okay. Well, I was supposed to dodge before I got smacked in the face.
I'm so excited to meet him.
So I heard a lot of people's performance crash as soon as they did this. I'm assuming it was this boss fight. It was supposed to be the tutorial boss fight. You look like a fun friend. You also look like you got funny hands. I shouldn't have made fun of his hands. He's mad now. So mad. Oh, good lord. Okay. And that sucked. Well, okay. Huh.
Hold on to it. This feeling.
Dropping to 0 health results in your death. This makes you drop red mercury based on your current madness, after which you are revived at the shrine you last prayed to. Okay. Oh. That like straight up killed me. You can adjust. I know that. Oh, is he gone? So that man was here for me to get my ass kicked, and then he left. So was that fight supposed to be kind of tough on purpose? I'm assuming. Just to get you familiar with the might system. I mean, so far all I've gotten was a few stutters. And even that fight that some people complained about in the negative reviews, claiming that they weren't able to even get to that point, I didn't seem to have any issues with. So far, it seems like it's been pretty solid. Flying daggers. Okay, so I'm a little rusty since the last time I played a Dark Souls-esque game. There we Oh. I get a little too overzealous. Yep, I get a little too overzealous. I've been playing games where you don't get punished nearly as often. Okay. Also, what's going on with the madness concept? Is that why I had that red lotus up in the corner? Yeah. Well, there seems to be a little bit of What was I doing? Anyhow. Oh my god. Seemed like there was a slight, I'm using this term loosely, a very slight window of opportunity that's larger than I expected it to be. Okay. That's the wrong button. Okay. I hit R1 instead of circle. I did not dodge. Instead, I allowed him to beat on me. That's not the button I wanted either. Alright. So, that is a no-go, and I should just forfeit Oh, never mind. Okay. I managed to die a little bit further away. And that guy's got a pretty large wind-up for said thing. Okay, you can switch targets. Okay. Looks like you can probably farm out these characters a little bit. I am not going to go that way. I just want my orbs, which is what I was trying to grab before. My, I guess, madness. That's how it was described. Okay. You may have two weapons equipped at one time. What do you mean? Oh, as in I could have two different weapon types. Okay. Nope, that's fair.
Wuchang, over here.
You know who I am.
Oh, what's happened to it?
I got hit with some
How you die?
bushes.
You wrote to me about searching Worship's Rise for clues about Bar Yu. Have you forgotten? Bar Yu, your sister. We came here to find clues. But your arm. The old boatman spoke true.
Okay, why is it I only saw him
Scarring on
once
the
though?
arm. A mark of feathering. They say it leads to memory loss. And worse, that it ultimately turns one into a man-eating monster. Fortunately, you can still speak for now. Take this. I'll counsel my friend, the old boatman.
Oh, you
may
know who he
a cure.
is.
I scouted the shoe sanctum a few days past. Aside from a deranged towers to the entrance, it seems safe. Rest there and search for clues. See the Light's End Temple? The way to the shoe sanctum lies beside it.
Okay.
The bridge has collapsed. You will need to find a way around. But be careful. If anyone sees those feathers, they'll definitely strike first and ask questions later.
A little clipping in the hair.
Don't fight. I'll follow your trail and find you.
Again, it could be that I'm only running this on at high.
This bamboo lantern. I found it nearby. Hard to believe such craftsmanship still lingers here. It's a reminder of how vibrant this town was. The fireflies inside. They seem to glow endlessly. A useful light for your path. I've tested it personally. With this, you'll have both hands free for weapons.
Oh, okay, so it's like a floating torch. Allows me to see things in the dark.
Many of the Imperial Guards have been sneaking around the Tang Emperor's palace. But the refugees say the place has already been ransacked by rebels. Something's not right.
Well, yeah. Like I woke up with no memory.
pinwheels along the path.
And I've got feathers in my arms and some weird vagabond in what looked like raggedy down clothes claiming to be a boatman explained to me that I have special abilities now that I have feathers in my arms. If that was the case, I'd go out and find my feather right now and stick it in my ass. Should probably not cuss. I am trying to be more clean. I do have 2 kids. However, just saying. Okay, I'm going to hit this shrine, and then I'm probably going to end it here. I think this is a good, like, kind of start. If I end up enjoying this. Okay, so I've got quite a bit of red mercury, and I can use this to refine it. Block. I can block with axes. And I can level it up. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yes, I will do that. However, I need to like learn a good solid build. Because this looks like one-handed swords. This is a spear set. This is for two-handed or long swords. This is for axes, which looks like you can, by all means, block with axes. And this looks like it's built for dual-wielding character. Since I'm more akin to doing faster movements, I would probably say that it would probably behoove me to focus more on an agility build and dual wielding. And the only reason why is because, one, I find dual wielding in games like this tend to be a little bit more on the cheesier side when you get down the whole dodging mechanics down pretty good. However, I would also not be against either a one-hand build or a longsword build as well, depending on which one becomes more akin to my playstyle. And I'm assuming that anything with axes and longswords are probably most likely going to be a strength build. In fact, it looks like a strength build is more akin to that side. And so is it for axes. And your agility builds are going to probably be more on the, spears and dual wielding. Yeah, because this one already gives you an increase to agility here, endurance there. I might have to also look at some build guides too and kind of see what people were running with. Yeah, see, this is the only strength. Okay. See, I've always been real big into the strength builds, but it does look like it gives you an opportunity to reset your points at any time too. But it only reset one node. Okay. Sounds like you can basically reset yourself to 0 and start pretty much over from scratch. All over again. And I kind of like that. I like it when they let you have that opportunity. Because you don't know what you want. Now, I know a lot of games would like to push the idea of you replaying the game as many times as possible. But I also love the idea of not feeling like I'm kind of stuck with my build because I was ignorant and didn't understand the game. So, anyways, I actually like this so far. I'm not having any issues. But then again, this is only like 30 to 35 minutes maybe of playing the game so far. But I do feel I'm probably going to end up streaming this live and continuing the story even further. And this time, probably with all the premium stuff, Or I might just play this on my own and give me something to enjoy without having to worry about it being used any other way. So, or maybe possibly just ever so often without any continuity at all and just not doing a full playthrough. It looks good. It feels good. I did see some issues with hair clipping. I saw problems with some of the cut scenes with people talking. I have noticed that they really don't try to show a lot of the characters talk. And there might be a good reason for that. The lip movements might be a little janky, and it did kind of look that way. However, the game looks beautiful. At least the scenery that I've seen so far. It feels good. Gonna have to get used to the mechanics. By that I mean like the button layouts and get my muscle memory down for this game. But no, I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. So if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Have you guys picked it up? Is it become an issue for you guys at all? You know, like I said, I'm enjoying it. I've liked it so far. But again, this is very, very quick, very small cap into the game. And I'm not going to do a long video and then cut it down to make it 30 minutes long. I just wanted a small little introductory to kind of see how I liked it and see what you guys thought of it. Anyways, maybe I'll end up playing this again in the future and showing you guys more that the game has to offer. So if you enjoyed it, let me know. Comment down below. Give me a heads up. If you want to see me do this again, maybe live stream it for like 3-4 hours or continue to make smaller, more manageable bite-sized pieces like these 30 minutes where I just do a long run through and just show you certain moments. Let me know down in the comments as well. And I will see you guys later. Peace.